Greetings. My name is Varun Kulkarni and I am from TEE and TC. The topic for my the research paper topic which I have chosen for today's presentation is automatic detection of characteristic points in impedance cardiogram. First, speaking of impedance cardiography. So basically, what is impedance cardiography? So basically, impedance cardiography is a non-invasive technology measuring total electrical conductivity of the thorax and its changes in time to process continuously a number of cardiodynamic parameters such as stroke volume, heart rate, cardiac output, ventricular ejection time, pre-ejection period, and used to detect the impedance changes caused by a high frequency, low magnitude current following through the thorax between additional two pairs of electrodes located outside of the measured segment. The sensing electrodes also detect the ECG signal, which is used as timing clock of the system. Coming to hemodynamics. What is hemodynamics? So hemodynamics are the dynamics of blood flow. The circulatory system is controlled by hemostatic mechanisms of autoregulation, just as hydraulic circuits are controlled by control systems. The hemodynamics response continuously monitors and adjusts to conditions in the body and its environment. Thus, hemodynamics explains the physical laws that govern the flow of blood in the blood vessels. Here we can see is the following is a figure, the diagram which shows the hemodynamic patterns identified by impedance cardiography, and impedance and hemodynamic patterns are also important because we have also been in this research paper impedance cardiography has also been used. ICG waveform. So ICG waveform has a set of characteristic points known as A, B, C, X, and O. These points are related to distinct physiological events in the cardiac cycle. The A point follows the P wave of the ECG signal and is related to the atrial contraction. The B point is associated with the aortic valve and valve opening, and it coincides with the first heart sound in the phonocardiogram, that is PCG. The C point is considered to be associated with the ventricular contraction. The X point is below the baseline and it is associated with the aortic valve value. It coincides with the second heart sound in PCG. And then, the X point is below the baseline and it is associated with the aortic valve closure. It coincides with the second heart sound in PCG. Thus, the time interval between the B point and the X point is the left ventricular ejection time. The O point is associated with the wide opening of the mitral valve. The ICG peak is taken as the C point and the lowest point after it is taken as the X point. Initially, the zero crossing before C point was taken as the B point. Later, it was determined as the point corresponding to 15% of the ICG peak. However, it has been reported that the B point may occur at any point on the ascending portion of the signal before the C point. Here is a graph which shows the comparison between ECG and ICG waveforms. We can clearly see that ICG waveforms has got more number of points, where you can see there is C point, B point, X point, Y point, and O point. And here in the ECG you have only one point, which is a Q point. Coming to Pan-Tompkins algorithm. The Pan-Tompkins algorithm is commonly used to detect QRS complexes in electrocardiograph signals, that is ECG. The QRS complex represents the ventricular depolarization and the main spike visible in the ECG signal. This feature makes it particularly suitable for measuring heart rate, the first way to assess the heart health state. Once the QRS complex is successfully recognized, the heart rate is computed as a function of the distance in seconds between the two consecutive QRS complexes, or R peaks. Here we can see the block diagram of the Pan-Tompkins algorithm. We can see first it goes through an ECG, then there is a low pass filtering, then there is a high pass filtering, then you have a derivative filter, then you have a squaring takes place, and then finally you have the moving window integration. Now coming to the application of Pan-Tompkins algorithm, then here you have a formula where HR BPM is equal to 60 upon RR. So basically this is we can say that this is because like the Pan-Tompkins algorithm can be used to calculate the heart rate, and where BPM is beats per minute. Coming to method of evaluation. Method of evaluation actually means that it refers to how this experiment was actually conducted and how were the things evaluated? Like how was the research evaluated? So the technique was tested on ICG recordings from 9 healthy subjects and 5 cardiac patients. The ICG signals were recorded at a sampling rate of 500 Hz using an ICG instrument developed and the ICG instrument model HIC 2000. For processing of ICG waveforms, a wavelet-based denoising using scale development thresholding was used. The denoising technique gives about 23 decibel of improvement in the signal to artifact ratio for signals highly corrupted by respiratory artifact. Detection of characteristic points was carried out on both the unprocessed ICG as well as the denoised ICG. A visual examination of the results of the automated detection of the characteristic points was carried out by using a program which marked the detected points on the waveform itself. For a quantitative evaluation of the technique, the locations of the automatically detected points were compared with the points visually located in accordance with definitions as given earlier in the second section. So basically, failure to detect a true point was counted as failed detection, that is FD, and detection of a false point was counted as misdetection, which is MD, and TP refers to the total number of true points detected. So here is the formula for first formula of sensitivity, which is equal to TP upon TP plus FD. And then so basically it means that the total number of points marked upon the sum of total number of points marked plus failed detections. So this gives us a sensitivity. And then coming to positive predictivity, which means that TP which is equal to TP upon TP plus MD, which actually means that total number of points detected upon the sum of total number of points detected plus the number of missed detections, which this gives us positive predictivity. And coming to detection error, which is FD plus MD upon TP plus FD. Now coming to the result. So evaluation of the technique was carried out by applying it on a total of 545 cardiac cycles in the recordings from 9 healthy subjects and 5 cardiac patients. Examples of the detection of the points are have been given in a graph. A qualitative visual examination of the automatically detected points showed a very small number of errors, and most of the errors were related to errors in the detection of the R peaks. Quantitative evaluation was carried out by calculating the performance. The indices have been given. The values of the indices for the detection of the B, C, and X points using the unprocessed as well as the denoised waveforms. For the detection of the C pointer technique showed excellent sensitivity of 99.4% and a very low detection error of 1.8% in the unprocessed as well as the denoised signals. Somewhat higher errors were observed in the detection of relatively less distinct B and X points. The results for the unprocessed ICG and the denoised ICG were almost similar. Now coming to this, so this is the basically a table which shows evaluation indices, that is in percentages, for detection of characteristic points, where SENS means the sensitivity, cross spread means positive predictivity, and det error means detection error. So we can see that for B, C, and X, for unprocessed as well as denoised, the sensitivity has been pretty high, and the positive predictivity has also been high, like in all cases higher than 90%. But for B case, we can see that the detection error has been more than compared to the detection error for the points C and X. So yes, the B point has had more detection error than the points C and X. Now coming to the final conclusion, a time domain technique for automatic detection of B, C, and X points in the ICG waveform has been presented. It does not require estimation of the baseline and selection of the processing parameters. Use of the technique on pre-exercise and post-exercise recordings from healthy subjects and cardiac patients showed that the points were detected at a high sensitivity and a low detection error, with very similar results for the unprocessed and the denoised ICG waveforms. It needs to be further. It needs to be further evaluated by applying it on recordings in a clinical settings for estimating the stroke volume and the cardiovascular indices. Here we can see there is a graph which shows the detection of points. So for the first case we have pre-exercise recording from the subject SH9. Then in the second case we have recording in A after denoising. In the third part, that is in C, we have post-exercise recordings from subject SH9. In D, we have recording in C after denoising. In E, we have pre-exercise recording from subject PT1. In F, we have recording in E after denoising. And in G, we have post-exercise recording from subject PT1. Thank you so much.